Welcome to Parent University's series on supporting math learning at home. My name is Demelsa and I'm the Family Engagement Specialist here at DCPS. Today, we'll be talking about elementary school math here at DCPS, what that looks like, and what you can do to support your child at home.
I am a part of the elementary math and science team, and our work is primarily with school leaders, coaches, and teachers, equipping them with the training and the resources to provide high quality instruction for your students. The transition to the Common Core state standards in 2010 shifted the way we thought about math and learned math. The emphasis was placed on inch-wide and mile-deep understanding. So this required schools to think about how to build solid knowledge foundations in math. Building knowledge is a long game, and Great Minds, the publisher of the Eureka Math curriculum, designed learning modules to be cumulative. So students need time to work with content and information in multiple forms and in different intervals to make meaningful connections between new content and previous learning that will endure over time. So while each module is focused on a specific topic to provide depth of knowledge, that knowledge acquisition is also intentionally designed to be cumulative. By the end of the school year, students have an opportunity to demonstrate their proficiency in all standards and to reflect the content knowledge they've learned, helping set the foundation for future learning in the years that follow.
Excellent. Now that we know what curriculum we're using for grades K through 5th, we will talk about how to access the resources that you can use at home to support your child's learning. So we are going to go here and go to greatminds.org. The link is in the description box of this video, so you can access it. If you have come to this page before, you already know that you can log in, but for folks who this is the first time using the Eureka Math Great Minds platform, we're going to start with going to Family Engagement. I see there like really great stuff, but first I want to make sure that I create an account. Great. So now that I have my account and I go to Family Engagement Resources, here's a lot of support that I can find for me and for my student. Most importantly, I want to know what are they learning and how I can support them. So the cool thing is that you can access this like tips to learn about what your student is learning in class. So we just click there. I have a 4th grader, so I'm going to select the tips for 4th grade. I'm going to add to my dashboard. I will now be taken to my dashboard and I'm going to click here because I have a 5th grader, but today I'm focusing on my 4th grader. It looks like there's nothing, but you just click on the little caret and here are all the modules. So my 4th grader is currently learning fraction equivalence, ordering, and operations. I can click on this module and see the individual topics that they're covering. More specifically, they're covering fraction comparison. I'm going to click, you can download it, but I want to view it. So click right there. And here I have tips to support my child on lessons 12 through 15. And I know that my child is learning to compare fractions by using different models, more specifically a number line and an area model. Now, those are new terms to me, so let's see what this is about. Here, I am told what I can expect to see in homework and in what my child is being asked to do. Here's an example of how this is getting solved and more specific ways in which I can help at home. So this might not necessarily be exactly with the homework, but there are many ways to help build math skills at home. And one of them is through play. So here are the couple of different ideas on how you can play with your child to practice this skill. Additionally, there's another resource here if I want to explore a little more, this card game. But I want to know more about the models and the language that my child is developing in math. So we're talking about benchmarks, denominators, numerators. I have the definitions right there to delve into a little bit more, and the models. So I was familiar a little bit with a number line from back in the day when I did my own fourth grade math learning. But here's an area model, and this is fairly new. So an area model is 1 unit here. This half is the one that is highlighted here, and 1/2 is equal as 6/12. So I can count the little squares and see that my 12 squares and only 6 are highlighted. So this helps me understand a little bit more when my child tells me that they've already done a number line and now they need to use an area model. I know what they are referring to.
So Eureka Math curriculum contains rigorous grade level content aligned to the Common Core state standards and are designed with embedded supports and scaffolds so all students can access the content, engage in the productive struggle of learning, and build foundation of knowledge upon which they can continue to learn and grow. When students are presented with rigor in the classroom, along with appropriate supports for learner variance, all students can achieve the grade level expectations set equipping by the them Common Core with the state training standards. and the So resources you'll to see provide an high-quality emphasis on instruction skills, for your but students. a stronger I am a part emphasis of on the how these elementary things math and connect science and how team, learning and builds our over the work years is in math. primarily.
We have 3 frequently asked questions from our families. The first one is, what is the easiest way to keep track of what my child is learning in class?
Great question. So the best way to keep track of what your child is learning is asking them to share what they're learning. Ask them, how does what they're learning now connect to what they have already learned? Review their graded assignments with them. See what new concepts are being introduced and what previous learning is being built upon. Any graded or scored assignment is a great opportunity to see if your child is learning the concepts of focus.
How do I know if my child is progressing in math in general?
So children are expected to know both arithmetic skills and the mathematical concepts that are the basis of these skills. They are learning and applying basic computational skills, and they also will be learning that mathematics is much more than knowing the facts and numbers and operations. So as young children are learning arithmetic, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, they are also using mathematical operations such as counting, measuring, weighing, reading charts and graphs, and identifying patterns and shapes. Across the grades, children are practicing their use of mathematic skills in different ways, and they are using the language of math to talk about what they're doing. They're using mathematical operations that involve estimation, geometry, probability, statistics, and the ability to interpret mathematical information. As they progress through school, children will increasingly show that they understand why they are using a particular math skill and recognize when they've made procedural errors and know how to correct those errors. So if your student is able to explain why and how they know a particular math procedure works, that lets you know that they're on the right track.
We have one more question. What if my child needs more help even after using the resources that we shared in this video?
So a great next step if you need additional support after this resource would be to visit your child's school's website or connect with your child's teacher to ask for recommendations for blended learning programs that they are using or other resources that your child can do outside of school that supports what they're learning in school.
Is iReady a blended learning program that all elementary school students have access to in DCPS?
Yes, all DCPS students have access to iReady as well as Zearn. These are provided by the district and are directly aligned to students' individual needs and Common Core state standards. Students would access their iReady and Zearn blended learning programs through the Clever app. The highest impact action that you could take as a parent, family, home giver is to check math homework and other assignments. It's usually a good idea to check to see that your younger child has finished their math homework assignments. If your older child is having trouble finishing assignments, check their work too. After your child's teacher returns math homework, have your child bring it home so that you can read the comments and see if they've done the assignment satisfactorily. However, do not do homework for your child. Limit your assistance to seeing that your child understands the assignments and that he or she has the necessary supplies to do them. Too much parent involvement in homework can make children dependent and takes away from the value of homework as a way for children to become independent, responsible, and mathematicians.
Well, thank you, Alexis, for being here with us today and providing all that information. Families, if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can email us at parentnew@k12.bc.gov, or you can follow us on social media for more. Thank you.